Hello to all you amazing souls and welcome to my channel, Roseology. Today's pick a card is something that kind of randomly came to me out of nowhere and I felt like it was really important to do. I will admit I did not want to do this pick a card at first because when you think about enemies, nothing good or positive comes to mind, and I like to focus on the positive here on my channel, but I also can't reject the fact that we are involved in spiritual or energetic warfare every single day. And you guys have heard me say this before, but there are beings, spirits, entities, energies, even human beings that operate at a very low level and want to see harm or bad done to others, whether the object of their hate and cruelty deserve it or not. And I personally have had a few people in my own life that I thought were friends or friendly, but they didn't want anything good for me. And later on, I discovered that they were like a hidden enemy, I guess you could say. But I'm definitely somebody that I give a lot of chances to people, and I really try to focus on the good in everyone because I see the potential in just about everyone. But that doesn't also mean that you should ignore the red flags. And I did that for a lot of my life, and it ended up kind of getting me in a little bit of trouble later on in life. It took me a while to learn that, but once I did, it really freed up a lot of my life that I felt was just stagnant and stuck. And so I think it's really important to know if there are people like that in our circle of friends and loved ones, because these are the people that are closest to us. And the closer a person is to you, the more influence or pull they can have on your own energy. So whether this person is close to you or not, whether they're an associate, a person you look up to, a family member, whether they are a lover, an ex, just someone on the internet, we're going to be seeing who is sending negative energy your way. So even if they are doing this unintentionally, it's important to blow the lid on whatever resistance and negativity they may be bringing to your life. You even really have to be very careful with the people you listen or look up to, because these people can have a big impact on our energy as well. And I wasn't sure if I wanted to include people that maybe we don't know personally very well, but I feel like it's so important, especially like nowadays with like the internet and stuff. Not to sound like I'm 800 years old or anything, but with the internet and stuff, I'm a 90s baby, so the internet didn't become the internet that we know it to be today until maybe like a decade or so ago. And it's really like a place of just trolls, people that just like to just come up there and just lay all their frustrations out because they had a bad work day or a bad week or a fight with somebody or whatever the case, and they just like to kind of come up here and just like release all that anger. So especially over the internet. So I really kind of realized like I have to kind of include even people that we may not even really know. I think we all have experienced getting hate from people that we don't know. I know I have in my life, and it's really weird. It's almost kind of creepy because it's like, how could you dislike someone that you don't even know? You know what I mean? I don't know. Me personally, it doesn't make sense. It's completely asinine to me, but hey, whatever. So, and we've seen this in our day-to-day life. We've seen this in religion. We've seen this everywhere. And the spiritual community, unfortunately, is not immune to a wolf in sheep's clothing. So please make sure the people that you are pulling strength from are people that only put out love. It's really sad for me, but all of this that we're doing, this healing and all that, that's the priority. Another person, another church, another pastor, another healer, another spiritual advisor, another Reiki master, another shaman, I don't know, they shouldn't even be mentioned by another person that's in the same sort of business, unless it's to inspire. And if it's not to inspire, if it's not to encourage, if it's not to show love, then it's just really wrong, because you never know who that person is helping or healing or providing strength to. They could have just saved someone's life. So it's like, just because maybe you don't agree with those methods or strategies or tactics, doesn't mean that they're not helping. And at the end of the day, I'm not God, you're not God, nobody is God. So nobody should be up here, kind of saying, well, this person isn't right or this person is wrong. It's nobody's business, because if they're helping at least one person, that's really all that matters. The Most High is directing this person to go out and help and heal, then leave that alone. That's really not something that you even want to touch with a 20-foot pole. And I'm a little concerned for people that do try to speak poorly on other people's ways and methods of helping and healing. And for those of you that are healers, I'm pretty sure you've probably experienced some sort of criticism at some point in time, and I'm really sorry if you ever have experienced that, because I don't know how somebody could ever say anything against someone trying to help or heal. Like, okay, if you don't believe in it, or okay, if you don't think that they know tarot cards very well or whatever the case, it doesn't matter if they know it as good as you know it. It doesn't matter if they are speaking it as well as you're speaking it. And I get a lot of comments and emails from you guys all the time saying like, do I need to practice tarot for this long? Do I need to know this much? And it's like, no, you don't. If you're feeling led, if you are feeling intuitively called to go out here and deliver messages to people, deliver healing to people, you do that. And you do it without being worried about another person's opinion. Because at the end of the day, that person is not God. And if that person's concerned about you, that's their problem. Let them be concerned. In the meantime, you keep accelerating, you keep thriving, you keep growing, you keep healing and helping, because that is what you were meant to do. And if the Most High said that that's what you are meant to do, that's all that matters. At the end of the day, we all have different ways of contributing to the collective and to each other. So it's just really important that we never put down anyone else's methods or their success even, because it's not about ego. It's not about any of this. It's not about money. It's not about subscribers. And that's why me personally, even though I'm not saying that this is wrong, but me personally, I never ask in any of my videos for you guys to subscribe to my channel, because it feels awkward to me. One, it feels a little awkward, but two, because it's not about me. It's about making sure that we're all supported in this crazy journey called life. We're all just trying to figure it out, you know? And I love having all of you subscribers, all of my soul family. I love you guys so very much, but it's just not a numbers thing for me. You know, this is really just about how the hell can we get through life as easily as possible, you know? And it's not that we can ask it to be easy, but I do believe that sometimes we make things more difficult for ourselves and for others than is necessary. I think that many of us can agree there's just time for good people to start winning again. And the only way to do that is through love. And anything that tries to hide behind love and says that it's loving and says that it's healing, but isn't leading or acting with that same energy, is definitely going to be found out, because you can't wear a mask in the light. People can see that mask. And that's what we are exposing today. You guys are so smart and intelligent. You guys are tuned in to energy and spirituality. And just like me and any other person on the internet sharing their messages and their divine messages and things like that, just like any other pastor or pope or whatever the case, none of us is on a pedestal. I don't care if you're on the internet. I don't care if you have a business. I don't care what it is that you're doing. None of us is on a pedestal. We're all trying to figure it out. And the fact that people do get put on pedestals, sometimes people may get lost in that a little bit. Let me just take the moment to also say too, for all the healers out there, whether you have a platform, a YouTube, a site, a business, or if you are just someone that shows up to work every day with a smile on your face, if you are someone that does your best to keep away the hate and negativity, even though the world may be throwing it at you, you don't have to be in the business of healing to be a healer. So many of you are helping and healing others every single day by just being you and by just leading with love. So let me just take the time to say thank you. I appreciate you so much. There are some amazing people, souls, healers out here that I admire and love, because I'm sure you guys are facing your own challenges in your own day to day, but here you are still helping, still healing, and still loving. So thank you. You're an inspiration and a pillar of strength to me. And just don't stop. I don't care what sort of criticism you get. I don't care what sort of hate you get. Ignore it. Do not stop. Okay. We're all going to get hate. We're all going to get criticism. It's just people, you know? So I do want to say, please do not watch this video if you get frightened or paranoid easily. Okay. Because this is for those that are ready to see whatever truth needs to be acknowledged without judgment and without hate. All right. So before we get started, you guys know me. I just have to say that this is a general reading and not a personal one. So in order for this general reading to resonate with your own individual spirit, with your own individual energy, and with your own individual life experiences, you need to be intuitively synced into this reading. And to help you guys do that, I'm going to be offering a 60-second meditation. It's the last 30 seconds. I'll be placing crystals on each of the piles for those of you that like to pick a pile with crystals on them. And if you are drawn to one pile without crystals and then to a different pile after the crystals have been placed, it's probably just because there's two different piles with two different messages in it for you. Okay. So if you'd like to participate in this meditation, go on ahead, get into a nice relaxed space. I want you to think of a person in your mind, or I want you to just ask yourself, you know, if there's any sort of negativity that you've been receiving, just ask spirit, ask your higher self to please reveal it. Please expose it to me, because I'm ready to know. I'm ready to learn. I'm ready to hear what it is that you have to tell me. I'm ready to hear your truth. And just go ahead and kind of sit with that thought, that idea. This is pile 1. Pile 2, pile 3, pile 4, and pile 5. Once you are ready to start that meditation, go on ahead and take a few deep breaths in through your nose for around 5 seconds. Hold that breath for 3 seconds. Then exhale out of your mouth for 6 to 7 seconds. Once you've done that a few times and you've gotten nice and relaxed, we'll go on ahead and start that meditation right now. and so in pile 1, we have here some honey calcite, pile 2, aragonite, pile 3, chrysocolla, pile 4, rose quartz, and pile 5, pyrite. I'll give you guys another 30 seconds to meditate with the crystals on each pile. All right, so hopefully that meditation was enough time for you guys to get intuitively synced in to my energy and the energy of this reading here. I want to take this time to thank your guides, my guides, our higher self and spirit itself for delivering this beautiful message today. Now, if you guys are ready, then I'm ready. Let's go on ahead and expose whoever these enemies may be. All right, pile 1, welcome to your reading. So we're going to be starting off with this card all the way over here to the left. This card is going to be showing me who this person is and their energy, okay? So the very first card that we have here is the Two of Cups. So right away, this is a person that is very similar to you. You guys have a lot of the same hobbies maybe, or enjoy a lot of the same things. And so surface level, you guys get along amazingly because you have a lot of the same likes and dislikes. As similar as you guys are, there's also some major differences that separate the two of you because we have the sign of male and female down here on these chalices. So while you guys are very alike or similar, or your lives are somehow entwined, shown by the two snakes here, you are also very different at your core. Your core or essence being shown by the cups that these two snakes are emerging from. Energetically, you and this person are extremely different. And when I say energetically, I'm saying your makeup, your fundamentals, your principles, your spirit, your journeys are quite different as well. We all have our own unique journey, but it's like the two of you came from completely different places or backgrounds. Your spirit, your energy operates completely different. Surface level, eye to eye, like the snakes here, you are spitting image. This is your surface level doppelganger, I guess you could say. But this could be someone that is the opposite sex of you, or they may have a lot more masculine energy if you have more feminine energy and vice versa. I also have to say that I feel like some of you may have known this individual for a very long time, and so you may overlook their moments of negativity because you just sum it up as, oh, well, this is just them. This is just how they've always been. That's just who they are. Almost like you've accepted that this is that person because you guys do get along so well, or because this person is such a big part of your life in some way. But you guys get along so well when it comes to those very basic general things, okay? So let's go ahead and check out this card here. This is going to show me why this person dislikes you or how you make this person feel, okay? Let's take a look, and we have here the Ace of Pentacles. The first thing that I got when I saw this card is it's because you have it all, or you have what they want. You have a life or a part of your life that they would love to have. I just have to say this, but I'm picking up here, this person you may be asking about looks at you or your life or some aspect of it as though it just fell in your lap, as if you didn't work for it, as if you didn't suffer for it, as if it was just handed to you. You may be a private person, or you may be the type of person that doesn't reveal a lot of your personal life and personal struggles to just anyone and everyone. I wouldn't say you are an open book sort of character, at least it's not the energy I'm picking up here. And if you are a more private person, then that has left this enemy or frenemy in your case to assume that the things you do have in your life, or the life that you do live, was just handed to you because you may have never revealed all that you went through to get where you are and to have what you have. My mom used to always say this to me growing up, to never be jealous of anyone and to never wish to have anyone else's life, because you never know the hell that they had to go through to get there. And if you aren't strong enough but are asking or jealous of what someone else has, then what they endured may end up breaking you. It's like that saying, be careful what you wish for. But this is one main reason why they dislike you. But it doesn't feel like dislike. It feels like jealousy. It's like they're looking for what you have, and they feel like they don't equate up to you because they are constantly making comparisons between you and them. And that's what's fueling that jealousy or envy, possibly even negative feelings towards you, okay? So let's go ahead and take a look at this card here. This is going to be showing me how their negativity affects you in your life, all right? So let's see. And we have here the 10 of Wands. Yeah. it definitely takes a toll on you. But you know what I feel as though? I feel as though this has started to take a toll on you because it didn't before. Because the Ten of Wands in the Rider-Waite deck is depicted as someone hunched over, carrying all of these wands to a nearby town. And he's so tired and exhausted and just wants to rest and put them down. But he's so close. And he knows that if he keeps going, he'll be able to set those wands down for good and finally be rid of this burden. That's what I'm seeing with you. I believe you set out, like I was saying earlier. Oh my God, I almost forgot what I actually said earlier in this reading. This happens when I'm channeling, but I feel like at first it was okay, or I feel like at some point you accepted this person's behavior, like, oh, that's just them. Like at first you were all right carrying this burden or load that they brought to your life. Like I was saying with this Two of Cups, where you may have kind of overlooked their negativity for a long time, or just chalked it up to, well, that's just who they are. But I feel like this burden, this weight of who they are, of the negativity and jealousy they carry around, is starting to get to you or weigh you down. It's like when you start off running a marathon. In the beginning, you're fine, you're okay. But as you continue, you get more and more tired. Your energy drains with every step you take. And that's what I'm seeing here. The longer this person stays in your vicinity, the more draining they are to you. Okay. And I think the best way to deal with this person or to protect yourself is to distance yourself a little more from them. Because I have a feeling that this individual doesn't even consciously recognize their own effects and their own negativity. I feel like they don't even see it. But you don't have to be a hateful person that physically attacks people in order to hurt people. There's many different ways to hurt a person. And the way that they are hurting you is by being this burden to you. They may constantly call you about this person or that person and what someone else has going on. They may always talk about, I wonder how they got this or how they did that. And wondering, how do you think they're affording this? Or how do you think they got that job? Or how do you think they got this opportunity? Or this, that, and the third. And this is a very cynical person that just cannot be happy for other people because they don't feel as though they are worthy of living that type of life. And so it's draining for you to always have to pump them up or to encourage them or to stroke their ego, so to say, or to help or to try to help them see, no, you can have this life too. It's draining for you to try to convince a person of their own worth. And that's how they are getting to you, because you are giving to someone that has a bottomless pit. It's like you keep trying to fill them up with love and light and positivity, but there's a hole in the bottom of a cup. of their cup, and so it never gets filled. They just want more and more and more because you may be the only thing that makes them feel good. You may be the only person in their life that tells them they are worthy. And this is quite sad, actually, but at the same time, you have to do what's best for you. You have to prioritize your health and your happiness, okay? So let's go ahead and check out you guys' oracle cards here to see what else it is that I am seeing. And the very first one that we have here is, you guys, look at this, burden. The next one that we have is omens. Hopefully you guys can see that. No, it's a little dark, these cards. The Explorer. I love this card. Burden, seriously. I got goosebumps when I first flipped it over because that's what I was feeling and definitely seeing with this Ten of Wands here. And if you look at this card, you see this ant up here. And ants are amazing, resilient little creatures that can carry over 100 times their own body weight. They are pound for pound stronger than humans even. But the thing is, even though the ant is built to withstand burden, it's not meant to support every weight. Just because you can carry it doesn't mean that you should. The ant utilizes his strength for burdens or weight and responsibilities that are worth it, like his survival, putting away food for winter to survive through the winter. You shouldn't have to survive your friends, your family, your loved ones. That's not what this is supposed to be. And the ant doesn't work alone. There's a whole system, a whole hierarchy in place with people doing their jobs to support one another. Everybody stays in their lane, and this is how this entire ecosystem thrives, even throughout the winter when their little bodies are supposed to succumb to this really cold weather. But they survive through the winter because they're all working together, right? This person in your life is not supporting themselves. That's why this burden is so heavy, because you are trying to lift them up as if you don't have to lift yourself up or support yourself or love yourself from time to time. Then we have omens here. This is telling me for sure that you have an idea of who or how this person is, how they operate, how they move. You have an idea. You You have an idea and you can see them for what they are. This omens card is also saying that when you know better, you do better. So if you have an idea that this person is negative, protect yourself and your energy by removing yourself as much as you can from this person and from their energy. And explore. This card is interesting because there's a compass here, and south is the heart and north is the eye. So I'm seeing this as your heart and mind, or your heart versus your mind. You want to help this person so much. You have this idea that if only you could make them see what you see, then they'd be okay. Then they'd stop being the way that they are. Your heart and mind may argue from time to time about how to deal with this person, or if they should even be in your life. But north is the eye, your mind, your third eye, your intuition, your higher self. Listen to that. What is your intuition saying to you? You already know what it is that you should do, so don't doubt yourself and don't talk yourself out of this. Do what is best for you and only you. You can't save everyone, and that's not your job to save everyone, okay? So really make sure that you are focusing on what it is that is best for you in this scenario. If you need to take distance from this person, if you need to love this person from a distance, from afar, then maybe that's the best option. Maybe that's the best direction for you to take within this relationship, because this relationship is draining. It's exhausting for you to keep up with. It's exhausting for you to deal with this person. Like I said, you shouldn't have to survive your loved ones. You shouldn't have to survive your friends. You shouldn't have to feel like, oh my God, it's a job to be around them, to deal with them. So if you can distance yourself, definitely do that, because this person, I don't know that I would necessarily say they are an enemy. They do have some pretty bad juju. I'm not gonna lie. They have some pretty bad energy, but it's more so jealousy. It's more so them feeling not worthy of having the things that they see everyone else acquiring in their own lives. And so, yes, that jealousy can spill over into more so like maybe like negative, really negative feelings, to the point where they become an enemy, depending on how much they resent you for the things it is that you have and the things it is that you have worked your ass off for in your life. That's the case. If it does start to get to the point where it's just like, this is too much, then definitely take some distance, definitely take some time away, because you need to protect you. You need to prioritize you first and foremost at all times, okay? So this is all that I'm saying for my pile ones. Thank you guys so very much for tuning in. I pray that this reading brought you guys some love, support, clarity, and strength. Hopefully you guys come back to visit me sometime soon. Don't take too much shit from this person, and I'll be back next time, all right? Bye, guys. All right, and pile number 2, welcome to your reading. So we're going to be starting off with this card all the way over here to the left, and this card is going to be showing me who this enemy is and basically like their energy. I'm going to be getting an energetic feel for who this person is, okay? And we have the Star. So this may be someone that you look up to, that you admire, that you aspire to be, or you share the same aspirations and dreams. But I feel as though either this is someone that you hold in very high regards, like they can do no wrong in your eyes. For some of you, you may personally know this person. For others, though, it feels like you may just look up to them. So you may not know them very well. I'm just feeling like you give a lot to this person, but they don't give anything back. Like maybe you think of them a lot, or maybe you don't make decisions without consulting them first, or without wondering what they would do. I feel as though you really admire this person, but it's because you don't truly know them. This person you have romanticized or idealized, I feel, is because they are the personification of the things it is that you want in life. But I have a really strong feeling that if you knew them very well, if you really knew them, that you probably wouldn't like them very much, or you wouldn't be so enamored by them. You have attached them to the things you want or desire or hope for or are reaching for. And because this person appears to have what you want, you see them as maybe a good person or someone similar to you, someone relatable, someone you can relate to. But there's this feeling here for some of you not knowing them very well. And for others of you that do personally know this person, this is someone that holds themselves in a very high regard. I see that they can come off as someone that knows it all or knows what is best. They don't listen to anyone else or consult anyone else because they feel as though they are on a pedestal above everyone else. This feels like a narcissist in a sense because they just don't think they can do any wrong. Very egocentric person, okay? So there's a pedestal here for sure, but either you have placed this person on this pedestal or this person has claimed the status for themselves. It's like they've placed themselves with this label or on this pedestal of being this like self-proclaimed guru or master or genius or something, but they definitely want you to think they have it all together and that you need them. They love being and feeling needed either way. That is where they get their kind of feelings of relevancy from, okay? So let's go ahead and check out this card here in the middle. This is going to be showing me why this person dislikes you or how you make them feel, okay? So let's go ahead and take a look, and we have the Seven of Wands in reverse. Okay, this is interesting, but you make this person feel less than. You make them feel defeated or like they have lost something. You make them feel ordinary, and you make them feel as though they aren't enough. And get this isn't because of anything you do. Like I was saying with the Star card here, this person just has a very, very hungry ego, and their ego eats up and spits out everything in front of it. This is not you making this person feel this way, but it's who you are that makes this person feel as though they are beneath you. As you can see with the Star card here, she is center stage. She is the center of attention. Even the heavens, the stars are circling her, right? But then somebody like you comes along. You don't have stars surrounding you. You aren't naked standing in the middle of this mystical river. You're just you. And because of that, you shine so bright, and it's intimidating to this individual that you can do so little. All you have to do every day is wake up and be you, and you still outshine the person here that is doing the absolute most. They want to be center of attention, and they don't want anyone else impeding on their recognition. Like if this person could be the only person on Mother Earth that mattered, they would be, because they don't like having their ego or importance threatened. They have attached their identification to how relevant they are, and you don't make them feel relevant simply because of who you are. Even if you try to uplift this person and stroke their ego, like I was saying earlier, it doesn't matter because you still have a big, beautiful, bright light. They don't want your admiration, they want your light. Wow. That's pretty gross. This person feels very insignificant, and it's just like a gross feeling that it's like they want, like, you giving them compliments, you uplifting them, you supporting them, you encouraging them. That's not enough. They want literally your fire. They want your light. It's like they just, oh wow, that's like really just gross energy. I feel like I need a shower after reading that, reading this card here. Okay, so we're gonna go on ahead and move on to this card here. This is gonna be showing me how their negativity affects you in your own life. Okay, so let's go ahead and see here. And we have the Seven of Wands in reverse. So I see they affect you by trying to confuse you, or by trying to make you feel wrong, or like you don't know what it is that you're talking about. They really try to take your power from you by making you feel less than, because when this card is upright, everything is soaring towards the sun. The wands, the birds, everything is flying towards the light. But in reverse, it's like everything is crashing or falling in midair. This is telling me they may try to throw you off because they don't want you heading towards any more of your light. They don't want you heading towards your sun. They want you confused and mixed up and second guessing yourself to where you feel as though you need someone, aka them. They want you to feel as though you need them because you aren't enough, because you aren't independent or strong or smart enough to go your own way and make your own decisions. But you can't get thrown off. I've said it before on my channel, and I'll definitely say it again. Yes, we are divine. Yes, we are co-creators, but we are not God. We are a fraction of the divine, but we are not complete in that divinity. And that's why we make so many mistakes, because we are spirit and flesh until we return to our own essence. So this person may be trying to throw you off or to make you feel how they feel, just low and not special, but you are extraordinary. No one, not this person or any other person, can take your light. We are not God. It is impossible for us to take the light of another. That light has to be given away in order for us to do that. This person needs your permission to take what is yours and what has been given to you. Yes, you can give away your light because that's how the Most High made us. Spirit gave us free will to choose what to do with our own divinity. No matter what they say to you or how they make you feel, just know you have a very strong light that cannot be stripped away from you. Because yeah, they may be powerful, but guess what? So are you. They've met their match with you. If anything, they're not a match for you, honestly. From what I'm seeing here, they feel they have to do so much just to equate up to you. And it's like all you have to do is just be you, and it drives them crazy. It drives them insane. All right, so let's go ahead and check out you guys' oracle cards here to see what else it is that I'm saying about this enemy. And the very first card that we have is struggle. Wow. Then death. And get wild. Okay. So with get wild, I heard to throw caution to the wind. What if you just decided to be you despite this person's really fragile ego? What if you decided to shine your light so bright and to not dim it anymore? Just a really crazy idea, I know, but what if you did do that? Because death is telling me that the old way needs to be shed or released. The way that you give is by propping up this person's ego. What if you didn't do that that anymore? What if you left them to figure it out on their own and focused on living in your own world where you could expand beyond the cage that this person is trying to keep you locked in? I'm telling you, Get Wild is telling me, like, break out of this cage or spell this person has you under. They may have told you what you can't do, but that's according to their own capabilities. That's according to what it is that they are able to do. There's a lot they can't do because they are driven and living solely off of their ego. You get your own life force from within, from your own light. You don't take from anyone else because you know you don't need to. That may also be why you are willing to give so much to this person, because you have so much light to give. But struggle here is telling me that, like I mentioned before, even with you complying and giving this individual what they want, that's not good enough. This person doesn't want you to have your light. They want it snuffed out completely. So you are no longer a threat to their existence. So struggle is telling me that they will always see you as a menace or danger to their own relevancy. But tough shit, because this dynamic here just isn't right, to be giving and giving and giving. But this person is just, one, they're ungrateful for all that you've done, but two, they are audacious enough to say, no, I don't want you to give me fractions. I want all of it. And I want you to shrivel up in a corner so no one else notices you. It's like the evil stepsisters in Cinderella. That's like the perfect scenario for my pile twos here. But like I said, you have a light that can't be taken from you. You can give it away, but it's not worth it because this person won't know how to appreciate it anyways. So hold on to everything you have and shine your light, not even to spite them, but because the Most High gave you your essence for a reason. Don't give it away for a person or anyone or anything. This is yours. It belongs to you. You hold on to it. Another thing here that I'm seeing with struggle is this person is really struggling to maintain this. Like it's like a job for them to maintain this persona that they wear, to maintain this status that they may have. This is like a huge struggle for them. Like I was saying, I don't know if you guys know this person personally. It almost feels like maybe this could be someone you admire, like someone you work with, a boss. This could be like somebody over the internet that maybe they have kind of like glanced at you before or seen you before, but they don't really want to acknowledge that they've seen you before. You know those types of people, right? So anyways, yeah, you might definitely have kind of come across this person. And that's why I'm kind of feeling like you admire them because maybe you look up to them. Maybe there's something about them that you really find inspiring, that you really find beautiful, but because their energy is just so, they like I said, they're very fragile. They have a very fragile ego and they've built themselves up. They've built their own individuality. Their own identification is attached to how relevant they are, how successful they are. And they see you just kind of coming along as somebody that very relaxed in their own being. You are very relaxed in your own skin. And that is sickening for them because they can't be relaxed in their own skin because they don't feel like they are enough when they don't have all of these other props and all of these other things going on around them. Like I was saying with the star card, there's a lot going on in this card. She's got stars, she's got streams of water, she's got a pond she's standing in, flowers and cups, and she's naked. There's a lot going on, right? You don't do any of that. You are so just, like I was saying, you're just relaxed. You are effortless. You are you. And that is something that this person cannot stand because they're like, why do I have to try so hard? They're exhausted of their own selves, of their own work that they have to put in to be who they are, to get noticed, to get attention. And you're just kind of like this person where out of nowhere, you're just very threatening for them. They see you as a huge threat. They see you for who it is that you truly are. They don't like you because you are a threat. You are so intimidating to them. For you, you may just you're so humble. Like you just look at it as like, I'm just over here just admiring your work and what it is that you're doing. But they're just so scared. They can't accept your love. They can't accept your compliments. They can't accept your encouragement and support because they are just wrapped in insecurities and fragility and ego. And this makes them a very unattractive person. And for you, your humbleness, your light, just your generosity, the type of person you are, the vibration that you operate on is so lovable and is so comforting, and people are just drawn to it. They're just attracted to it. And this person can see that. That's what really scares the shit out of them about you, is the fact that they're like, if you notice the light it is that you have, I'm just going to be snuffed out. And that's exactly what it is that they're afraid of. And so I would tell you to shine your light as bright as you can, and don't do it in a way where it's like you're trying to snuff them out, don't do anything like that. I don't even feel like I have to say this to my pile twos, because like I said, you guys are so effortless, you're so humble, you're so relaxed, you're just you, that you don't even see the point in trying to like snuff this person out. You're just like, I barely even need to lift my finger, like I don't even need to do anything except for just live, exist, and wake up and breathe. And that's just enough for this person to be shook. So, honestly, yeah, just shine your light, man. Just be you. Be who you are. Do what it is that you're called to do. Do what it is that you love to do. Don't allow this person to make you feel any less, because they are definitely going to try to make you feel less. They are going to try to make you feel how they feel on the inside, because they don't want you to claim who you are. They know that once you do that, it is lights out for them. It's a problem for them, and it's something that they're not going to be able to come back from. Okay, so this is all that I'm seeing for my pile twos. Thank you guys so very much for tuning in. I pray this reading brought you guys some love, support, clarity, and strength. Hopefully you all come back to visit me sometime soon, but until next time, you guys stay strong, stay safe. Keep some black tourmaline around you. Keep protecting yourself. Keep calling in protection, calling in your angels and guides, because this person is sending a lot of bad juju your way, because they just are really intimidated by you. Okay, so really make sure that you're protecting yourself and everything like that. Do whatever it is that you can to protect yourself. Yeah, other than that though, you guys are safe. You guys are fine. That your own light is your protection, honestly, and spirit is not going to allow this person to touch you, and if they try, I'm honestly a little worried for them. So yeah, this is all that I'm seeing for my pile twos for like the second or third time. But you guys stay blessed, stay safe, and I'll be back next time. All right, bye. All right, in pile number 3, welcome to your reading. So we're going to be starting off with this card all the way over here to the left, and this card is going to be showing me who this person is that is your enemy. So basically I'm going to be getting a nice energy read on this person. The very first card that we have is the King of Swords in reverse. So right away, this is a person I'm picking up that uses their words like bullets. They use their words to cut and to hurt. This is someone I'm seeing that abuses the position of power that they are in, because they may be needed somehow, but this is someone that uses their power for their own motives. This is someone that also may flex or express their power through their words. They know they have a sharp mouth, and they know that their opinion matters to you. So they use that advantage that they have to dictate or to influence. But this is someone that uses their words and opinions to put you down, because they know how much their words hurt. Keep saying like I have to keep adding you in there, but I really feel like they almost do this with just about everyone in their life. And this is someone that uses their words and opinions to put you down, because they know how much their words hurt. They get or have always gotten very big, grandiose reactions to whatever comes out of their mouth. So they learned a long time ago, like, wow, I can make people feel a certain way based off of what I say. And they have claimed this ability as their only way to power or influence. They feel that this is the only way to make people notice them or to make people hear them. This is the only way to get people's attention, which is to behave or speak in a way that gets their attention. And if there's one thing that most people notice, it's negativity. It's amazing how someone can get 1,000 heartfelt, warm reviews or comments on something, but that one review, that one comment, that one troll that just comes in and says, hey, you know what? I hate you for no reason or whatever. That's the one comment that you remember out of all these beautiful, encouraging words. And this person finds power in that, because they may have felt looked over or have felt that way at some point in their life. So now they really use their words as, oh no, you're going to hear me. They use their words almost as a way to make people do things that they want to do, to control people, to say, oh, you don't want to hear me? Well, I bet you hear me if I say this. I bet you hear me if I say something negative. And like I was saying, this feels like somebody that is in a position of power and they abuse it. So, this could be like a boss. This could be a parental figure in the household. This could be somebody in your house or family that everybody kind of like just is always on eggshells around, or just always listens to, because they're always just trying to keep them like calm and relaxed and not freaking out and not snapping on people. This is somebody that really abuses that position of power. This could as well be a friend. This could be somebody that you are in a relationship with or have had a relationship with, but this is somebody that knows that they're very important to you in your life, and they use that to their advantage. Okay, so let's go ahead and see this middle card here. This is going to be showing me why this person dislikes you, or basically how you make this person feel. Okay, and we have strength. So you make them feel like a wild animal. You make them feel like they need supervision or like they need a filter. You make them feel as though they are inappropriate or like they aren't fit to be around society or like they are not civilized. Because the strength card talks about a woman that uses kindness or some other form of strength besides brute strength, like love, patience, and empathy. She uses these tactics to calm this wild, ferocious lion. And this person resents the fact that you may make them feel like they need to be tamed. It's like they just love getting a reaction from people because it's attention, and you may react to them the most. So kind of like that saying, even bad publicity is good publicity. That's exactly how this person sees it. They see all attention as attention because at least they aren't being ignored. At least they're not being neglected. Just like if this lion managed to get free from this woman and started just like running around, everyone would react to the fact that a lion is on the loose. Some would be in awe and others would be terrified of this lion. But because you come off so docile and calm and mannered, it makes them feel less than, or like they aren't enough because they never got attention for being nice. No one ever heard them or saw them or even cared they existed until they came out to roar like a lion. They feel misunderstood and not accepted, or like they don't fit in anywhere. And those feelings can translate as loneliness or isolation, feeling unimportant. They only know how to get your attention and anyone else's attention by lashing out, by being enraged, by reacting impulsively, when in reality, all they want is to be accepted. But they hide behind this tough exterior here, when really they are so sensitive and afraid and hurt and lonely, but you don't react to them like everyone else. You're the only one that's not afraid of them, I'm feeling. But it's not like you challenge them either. You deal with them by not dealing with them. You deal with them by not giving them what they want, and they cannot stand that. It drives them insane. It drives them crazy because they're like, why aren't you reacting? Why aren't you like everyone else? Why don't I get under your skin? Why aren't you bothered by me? They want you bothered. And they find this, like, they wear this tough exterior. So them getting like pleasure off of upsetting people, that's a tough exterior. It's a front. It's a mask. They're not actually happy that they're pissing people off. They want people to accept them. And the main people that they want to accept them, those are the main ones that they target. Those are the main ones that they attack. So basically, if they are targeting you, if it seems like they're targeting you, it's because they want you to accept them. But at the end of the day, it's not your job to fix whatever issues they have going on that makes them feel as though, oh, I need to react like this, that the way like I get your attention. It's also not your job to have to deal with that. It's also not your job to have to calm this lion and to say, hey, like, it's okay, I understand you, you know, like that's up to you if you want to do that, but don't take it on as though you feel like, well, I have to do this because no one else is going to do it. I have to do this because this person really desperately needs love. We can't save everyone, you know what I mean? So let's go ahead and check out this card here. This is going to be showing me how their negativity affects you in your life, all right? And we have the Magician in reverse. You may not feel as confident and assured when you're around them, especially if they are verbally attacking you in this relationship, but that's their aim here. The Magician talks about someone that is so sure of himself that he wills something into being solely because he wants it. The Magician reminds me a lot of human beings and how buoyant or adaptable we are. We have survived for thousands and thousands of years through ice ages, dark ages, plagues, famine, wars, and violence and slavery. And we have endured, survived, and thrived through all of that because of sheer will. And that's the Magician. The Magician, he gets his confidence from his tools because he has everything he needs. That's why every element is here. The wands, the swords, the cups, and the pentacles. These elements are saying that he is mentally focused, represented by the swords. He's emotionally stable, represented by the cups. He's physically prepared, represented by the pentacles. And he is energetically or spiritually strong enough. That's represented by the wands. He is a warrior whose will is stronger than any obstacle. So he has everything he needs. To see this in reverse is telling me this person takes one or more of those aspects away from you when they interact with you. And if one of those elements are missing, then the Magician is no longer the Magician. He isn't as confident. And if he's not as confident, he's not as powerful as he normally is. And this person tries to strip you of your confidence because then you're not this woman that has tamed or domesticated the lion, right? So this is like This is like this person's sort of tactic. Okay, I've got to break down their confidence. Once I break down their confidence, then I can break them down mentally. And once they do that, now you are an even match. And that's what they strive to do. They strive to take your poise, your courage, your cool-headedness, your fortitude. They know that if they can strip you of your own trust and reliance in yourself, then they can break you down with their words the same way they try to do everyone else. But they are overlooking the most important fact here, and that's that you are the magician. And the magician will always be the magician, because like I was saying about humans, we have endured a lot and we are still here. There's obviously a force, a power much more powerful and stronger than us that wants us here. So even if you get stripped of one of your tools or elements or all of them, you are still going to figure it out, and you will still be more powerful than they could ever be, because there's a force greater than you and greater than them that says so. This is a person that thrives off of low vibrational emotions, off of low vibrational frequencies. Okay. And you're somebody that thrives off of higher vibrational frequencies. So obviously when you're dealing with higher and lower vibrational frequencies already, when you're dealing with the higher frequencies, these frequencies are much more stronger, much more potent than the lower vibrational frequencies. They just have different sort of outcomes. They have different effects, different symptoms, I guess you could call it. So until this individual can operate at a higher frequency, they will never be able to touch you, especially not break you. All right. So let's go ahead and check out you guys' oracle cards here. See what else it is that I'm seeing. The very first one that we have is connect to heart. Love that. New day, discernment, ascension, the sovereign. So connect to heart and discernment are telling me the same thing. And that's that one, you may have a really solid idea about who this person is, and you know how they treat people isn't right. And I also feel like they know that you know that they aren't doing what's right. And then two, connect to heart and discernment is where your power lies. That's where your magic is. It's where your sovereignty and ascension is as well. That's what makes you you. That's what makes you the sovereign that they feel that they are beneath. They know that you are an ascended being. They can sense that on you. And this is someone that like they honestly just feel like a bully. Like they put you down to keep you from realizing how great and amazing you are. But New Day is here to tell you that you realizing your power, you realizing your strength is all you need to put them back in their respective place. Your confidence is what will confirm to them their worst fears, that you are great and that you are above them. Not to be mean, but you are. You are literally energetically operating at a higher frequency. Spiritually, energetically, emotionally, you are more evolved, more mature. The card says it right here, ascension. A new day means the same thing. The sun is rising again. You are rising again once you remember who you are. You are just not the type of person to flex and brag and boast like this person is. And you don't need to do that. You just simply need to walk in your own essence. Wear your confidence. Don't allow this person to shake you out of your assurance because of their words. And if you notice on New Day and Ascension, they both have the same picture of a sun rising. So that's amazing. That's just really here to tell you that this is just all about you kind of stepping in to who it is that you are. And once you do that, your strength, your power is going to rise with that. It's going to rise with you. And once you step into who you are, this person is just not going to be able to, they probably honestly won't even mess with you anymore. They probably honestly won't even attempt to mess with you anymore, because they're just going to feel this sense of like, you know, I'm just going to leave this person alone. They're not going to even be able to put their finger on it. They're just going to feel this sense of like, I think I'm just going to shut the hell up for once and leave this person alone. There's going to be this sense of intimidation almost that they feel. It is the beings around you. It's the strength within you. This is your higher self. This is your angels that are going to be empowered. They are going to be strengthened. They are going to be enhanced when you step into your own power. When you step into your own power, you also empower your angels, you empower your higher self, and they're going to be able to sense that, because we can sense energy from each other. We're all energy. We're all made up of matter at the end of the day. When you break us all down, everyone's made up of matter, which is just energy, you know? And so people can sense energy. They're going to be able to sense like, you seem different. You seem more powerful. You seem like something I just don't want to mess with. And they're not going to, like I said, they're not going to be able to put their finger on it because they're operating at such a low frequency. They won't even be able to really understand what it is that has happened with you, what it is that is living within you, this strength, this power, this light that's living within you. But it's just going to make them back away and say, you know what, I don't even need to do this with you, basically. But this is all that I'm seeing for my pile threes. Thank you guys so very much for tuning in. I pray that this reading brought you guys some love, support, clarity, and strength. I want to thank your guides, my guides, our higher self, and spirit itself for coming through and delivering such a beautiful, beautiful message today. Hopefully you all come back to visit me sometime soon. But until next time, you guys stay blessed, stay safe, stay strong, and I'll be back next time, all right? All right, in pile number 4, welcome to your reading. So we're going to be starting off with this card to the left. This card is going to be showing me who this enemy could be and what they're like, okay? And the very first card that we have here is the Empress in reverse. So right away, this is someone that tries to hide who they are, pile 4. This is someone that tries to come off empathetic, compassionate, understanding, accepting, but it's coming through really strongly that this person does these things to gain the trust of other people. They do this so you will be vulnerable around them, so you will tell them your personal business. But as you tell them what is happening in your life, they are wearing the face of a friend, but they get life off of your hardships and your letdowns. This is someone that is emotionally manipulative, maybe even emotionally abusive. This is someone that uses your personal business as ammunition almost in a way. They see it as an opportunity to use at a later date and time should they need to. They see it as a way to keep you around because you've told them so much, or because they know so much, or because they make you feel like they're the only one that will understand you or hear you or accept you. But this is someone that wants to know as much as they can about you so they can use it later for their own motives, whatever those may be. I think one of the main motives for them is it makes them feel safe to know everything about others because they don't reveal much about themselves. They like to make you feel comfortable enough to open up. But they never get vulnerable. And if they do reveal anything, it's really hard to know if they're lying or not. So let's go on ahead and check out this card here. This is going to be showing me why they dislike you, or so basically how it is that you make them feel. And we have here the Fool. So the Fool is a lone traveler. He embarks on his own out into this big wide world, not knowing who he's going to encounter or what he's going to deal with, but he marches on anyways. The Fool is open to exploring the world around him because he considers the world his home. He doesn't look for where to belong because he already does. His home is all around him. His home is the world and realm that he lives in. And that's what gives him this unique ability to be comfortable in unknown territory. To see this here in reverse is telling me that this person is desperately looking for security and safety. They feel alone and lost, and the only thing that helps them to not feel so alone or afraid is if they feel close to someone. And the way they interpret closeness is by vulnerability, getting to a person's root, understanding the ins and outs of them so they can avoid the surprise of being abandoned or left alone. They are terrified of having to explore the big world on their own, so they try to break people down so they can understand them and basically so they can rebuild them back up. This is how they manipulate. I have a feeling they dislike you because you don't play along or because they can't crack your code. You are such an independent person that even when you commit to someone or something, you still maintain your individuality, and that's scary for this person because they don't know if you're just going to up and bounce and say, well, there's a big wide world out here that I want to explore or that I need to explore, so don't wait up. And they can't take people leaving them, so they try to manipulate you into feeling close to them, into feeling like you belong with them or near them, okay? So this is a very, I would say, emotionally intelligent person. In their brains, they're not doing anything negative. In their minds, they're not doing anything evil. In their minds, they're not being manipulative. In their mind's eye, this is just their way that they deal with people. You know, this is just like their way that it's like, this is how I interpret love. This is how I interpret closeness. This is how I interpret friendship, or whatever the case, whatever relationship this may be. This is just how they interpret, are you a person that's going to be in my life? Are you a person that's going to leave me or not? And this is how they do it. This is what makes them feel safe. You know, we all need to feel safe and secure and comfortable. And this, unfortunately, this person has a very unhealthy way of seeking that comfort and security. Their way of doing that is by forcing it, is by going against the natural order and natural process of things. Instead of just allowing you guys to get to this place to where it's like, I'm opening up, you're opening up, we're sharing private things, we're building this chemistry, and we're building this relationship, we're building this trust, we're building this faith by telling each other these really private, intimate things. They try to force that to happen. I don't know if it's because maybe they're not patient enough, they want it to happen quicker, or just because they are so afraid that at any point in time, someone could just up and leave. So they really try to force this process by really trying to make you comfortable. They try to make these things happen sooner than what they need to, instead of just like really allowing the relationship to coast and to naturally progress on its own. They're very controlling in that way. So we're going to move on to this card here, and this is going to be showing me how their negativity affects you. And we have the Eight of Swords. Yeah, they definitely try to trap you. Jesus Christ. I was just talking about how they try to trap or manipulate people by making them feel close to them, by getting them vulnerable. But this is how they sink their poison into people. They're like a beautiful spider web that insects just fly right into and end up getting stuck, just waiting basically to be devoured, just waiting to die. And this is them. They like to get you close. They like to get people close by opening you up, by convincing you to talk about your personal life, the things you've gone through, your traumas, your pains, your fantasies, your desires, the real intimate details of who you are. Then once you've divulged enough information they deem sensitive enough, that's when they feel as though they've caught you. And that's when their true colors come out. That's when the fangs come out, and then the poison seeps in. That's when you finally see them in their manipulation and their control issues. This negatively affects you because you may feel as if you cannot escape this individual, or you may feel as though they know too much. You know that saying that friends make the worst enemies? That's because a friend is someone that got too close to you. They know more about you than a stranger or an enemy for sure. So if they turn coat on you, or if you guys have a falling out of some sort, those are the people that can cut the deepest because they know your insecurities. They know your fears. They know what it is that you're dealing with in your personal life. You know, they really know your makeup. And this is that person. They may even try to talk you into situations that you know aren't good because they really just want to drag you down to the gutter. This could be a form of blackmail too. Man, this person is like creepy. It reminds me of like a Lifetime movie or something. It's intense how this person views love and closeness. It's so unhealthy. It's so warped. It's so twisted. I could even see them like getting you. And the crazy thing is they really think that this is love. I can see them trying to convince you or talk you into situations. Like, let's just say, for instance, this is just an example, but let's just say, for example, you have a relationship or something, right? I could see this person being like, hey, let's go over so-and-so's house, or let's go hang out over here, just to kind of get you into a situation that wouldn't be good for your relationship, just to kind of get you into trouble almost. I could see them trying to convince you or warm you up to certain situations that would almost get you into trouble, because what it does is it isolates you from every other thing in your life, from every other person in your life. It isolates you so that you're just with this person because you've had so many of these kind of bad maybe experiences, or maybe private experiences with this person. And so that makes them feel like, okay, now I really got you. Now you're not going to leave me, because this person has real serious, maybe anger issues, maybe control issues. They have real serious issues that people get frightened of, or they get like sick of dealing with. And so they just leave. And instead of this person saying, you know what, maybe I need to fix my negativity. Maybe I need to fix the way that I express myself to people, or express my love, or show my love. Maybe I need to, maybe there's certain things about me I need to change. Instead of them going that route, they go, well, how can I make people stay while I'm still the same person that I am, while I'm still emotionally abusing them, while I'm still emotionally manipulating them? How can I get them to stay around even though I'm manipulating and possibly even abusing? Instead of them going, how can I stop manipulating? How can I stop abusing? How can I stop controlling? How can I stop hurting? They're more so like, how can I get them to stay while I'm still being this type of person, while I'm still doing these types of things? It's really twisted. So the best way I would say to combat this, to withhold your personal life, if there's a little feeling or voice that tells you from time to time, no, don't say that, or no, don't talk about this, or you get a feeling like you should keep your mouth shut about something going on in your life, or your loved ones' lives even, because I can see this person even trying to get into your family's business, the people in your life's business. Like, they really want to know every little thing. Okay, so the best way to combat this person is to not tell them personal things. So if you feel like you should keep your mouth shut about something going on in your life or your loved ones' lives, do not say anything. Listen to that little voice, because because this card, even though she is blindfolded here, she can still hear, she can still feel, she can still sense. And this is telling me that you are blind to this person's true colors and who they are. But there's a part of you, your higher self, your guides, your angels, that give you messages or sensations and feelings from time to time that something just isn't right with this individual. This person really tries to get you to do things that is out of character for you. They're like this bad manipulative influence that really does not want to see anything good for you. That's too scary for them, because if your life is going good in other areas or with other people, they're so afraid that you're just going to up and leave them, that you're just going to up and walk away. But it's like there's a better, healthier way to deal with this, but they don't see it that way. All right, so let's go ahead and check out you guys' oracle cards here to see what else it is that I'm seeing about this particular person. Look at that, feminine energy. I knew it. Teaching, the pillar. Okay, so with this feminine energy here, I knew it. I was definitely feeling like this person just really uses their they use emotions, they use vulnerability to manipulate people. Feminine energy really deals with the subconscious. It really deals with hidden things. It deals with emotions. This could be a female in your life with this feminine energy card, because we have the Empress down here as well, and they're in like the same kind of row here. So this could definitely be a female in your life. Or they may come off very, like I was saying, nurturing, understanding, supportive, compassionate, or they could just have a lot of feminine energy as well. So they could be a man just with a lot of feminine energy. This could be a man with a lot of emotional intelligence, with a lot of emotional wisdom, with a lot of emotional knowledge that they can use against people to manipulate people, okay? So it doesn't necessarily have to be a woman. It could be a man with feminine energy, with feminine intelligence. And that's how they trap people, is by being the seemingly good person, by using their more so feminine qualities and aspects. They really know how to play people. This card is also telling me that you need to rely more on your own feminine energy to help you sense who this person is, who this person truly is. Like I was saying with this Eight of Swords down here, she can't see, no, but she can feel, she can sense, she can hear, she can go inside, she can go to those hidden places to kind of discern what is going on around her, even though she can't use her physical eyes. And that's what I'm seeing you need to do here with this feminine energy card as well. The pillar and teaching is very interesting here. As you can see in this teaching card, there's roots down here in the tree, but as you can see, there's like roots down here underneath this tree. They're pretty vivid. And in this pillar card down here, we have vines, which are roots, growing up these two pillars before meeting in the middle. This is telling me there's something you yourself, as well as your soul, is learning from this relationship. So this may be some sort of a karmic relationship or a fated relationship where you were destined to cross paths with this individual, so you can learn how to see through the facade, so you can learn to interpret a person accurately without needing to get trapped before seeing their true colors. There's a lot of growth and learning here, but how painful or difficult this lesson has to be really depends on you. It depends on how far you allow this interaction or relationship to go. You may have been fated to meet this person, but either way, the universe's goal here is for you to learn people, how they can truly be, how deep deception and trickery can go, how far people are willing to go for their own agendas. Because I think some of you here that have picked pile number 4, you may be somewhat of a new soul that is still getting used to dealing with people, that's still learning how bad people can be. And we have the Fool here. I forgot about that. Yeah, in reverse. So for sure, you may be a new soul that wants to roam and be free and be untamed and explore. And this experience is going to force you to recognize the depths of people, that not everyone has your best interests at heart, that not everyone is here for a good time. I'm sure that sounds like common sense, but this is something that your soul is encountering to understand people. And unfortunately, this is something that many of us grow to learn the hard way at some point in time in our lives. We grow to learn just how sneaky, just how deceiving, just how hurtful and evil people can be. And so I feel like this is kind of maybe one of your first interactions with dealing with someone like this, or possibly these vines could be saying that this is a karmic relationship. This was fated to happen because you dealt with this maybe in a past life. If you don't believe in reincarnation in past lives, then you could have dealt with a similar situation in your childhood where you dealt with somebody that was emotionally abusive, emotionally manipulative, like maybe a parental figure or someone in your life, maybe a family member, a friend, or a relationship, something like that. that could have happened earlier on in your life, and this is why this is happening again. So, to me, it feels karmic. It feels like a cycle. It feels like something it is that you need to learn and that you need to pick up on that you haven't necessarily grasped yet. And this is basically your soul really learning. This is you really learning, really being taught how to look out for these red flags, how to not get sucked into this type of energy, into this type of trap. You're a high vibing person that doesn't understand a lot that goes on here on earth, and your soul is trying to understand this. Your soul is trying to comprehend it, and it's trying to bridge that gap to understand how far a person can stray away from their own spirit, from their own essence, from their own light, like the pillar here. It wants to know, it wants to understand, but you can learn while protecting yourself. So do your best to keep your personal business as personal as you can, and don't do anything that does not feel right or comfortable. Really rely on this feminine energy. Feminine energy is what gives us our discernment. That's what gives us our sensitive capabilities, where we are able to sense and feel, like I was saying with this Eight of Swords, what is going on. So when you feel that something is off, when you feel that something isn't right, like I said earlier, if there's a little voice that tells you, don't say this, don't say that, don't do this, don't do that, listen to it. Do not do this. This is your feminine energy trying to come in and to protect you. All right. Feminine energy is highly protective. This is your higher self coming in saying, I'm trying to protect you. I'm trying to protect you as much as I can while still learning, while still growing from this experience, from this relationship, from this person, while still learning everything it is that I can from this person. I'm still doing my best. I'm still doing everything it is that I can to protect you. Okay. So this is all that I'm seeing for my pile number 4. Thank you guys so very much for tuning in. I pray this reading brought you guys some love, support, clarity, and strength. I want to thank your guys, my guides, our higher self and spirit itself for delivering this beautiful message today. And hopefully you all come back to visit me sometime soon. But until then, you guys keep being amazing, keep being strong, keep being you. And I'm going to go on ahead and move on to the last pile number 5. All right. Bye, guys. All right, and pile number 5, welcome to your reading. So we're going to be starting off with this card all the way over here to the left, and this is going to be showing me who this person, this enemy may be. This is going to give me a reading on their energy and what they're like, okay? The 9 of Cups. So I feel this was an ex-friend for many of you, an ex-something, someone that used to make you feel very good, high on life, very secure and happy. I feel like you guys used to laugh and joke around a lot. This is someone that you used to have a really good time with, but this person never included you in their plans or in their future. This is someone that's very about themselves, that's always been about themselves, and that's how they choose to live their life, and that's how they choose to see life in the world around them. Is I have to look out for me and only me. Very, very, very much so survivor's mentality this person has. A person with a survivor's mentality is always looking for the next ball to drop. They're always looking and waiting for the next thing, the next person to come in and hurt them or to try to hurt them. So this is someone that chooses to keep everyone out because it's safest when you don't trust people or let them in. They have less of an opportunity to hurt you when you keep them out like that. This is how this person sees us anyway. And so they come off like such a happy and secure person. They try to come off very fulfilled, like they're always having fun, but it's such a front. Or either it's a front or it's just the kind of mask they wear that's not necessarily a front, but it's almost as if maybe they have almost like 2 different personalities, where the very surface level personality is very fun loving, very maybe even extroverted, very out there, very outgoing, but the other side of them, the part of them that's more so the real vulnerable side of them, is completely different. It's the polar opposite of that. It's very difficult to be close to someone with the survivor's mentality because, like I was saying, they're always on the lookout for the next bad thing to happen to them. So this type of person is very fragile, very jumpy, afraid, and suspicious of everyone and everything. This is very skittish sort of energy, but I feel like many of you used to be particularly close to this person, or this could be a person that you knew through other people or over the internet, something like that. Because there is this feeling here of you don't know the real them. So either you had a close relationship, but this person was very guarded and had very many walls up, so you never got in, or this is someone that you know but aren't very close to. So maybe like a friend of a friend or an in-law, or you could have worked with them. Maybe you guys had an internet relationship, something like that. Either way, there's a lot of layers to this person that you never got to sift through. So we're going to go on ahead and check out this card over here. This is going to be showing me why this person dislikes you or how it is that you make them feel. Okay. And we have here the 5 of Wands in reverse. So they feel like you are risky, like you are a high level risk, because they feel like you have a lot of layers because they feel like you are the one with a lot of layers, and like they can't get through to you either. There's this feeling of there being a lot in the way. There's a lot of interferences between you two. It's almost like you got swept up into this because they never gave you a chance. I feel like this person just straight up decided out of nowhere that they didn't like you, and for no reason. At first I was feeling like this could have been an ex-friend, or maybe it was an ex-friend, an ex-lover, ex something, and others just got in the way of you guys, or others pulled you two apart, because there's so many interferences. And you know what, honestly, I'm still feeling like that. This could definitely be that kind of situation, because there's just so much going on. As you can see, there's 5 wands here and 4 different shields. That's telling me there were others involved that were talking or kind of poisoning this person against you. Whether you guys were friends, or if this person just didn't like you from the moment they saw you, this is from other people. Other people got involved, you guys. Wow. I'm really sorry, because you and this person, what I'm seeing here is like, you guys could actually be the best of friends or have the best relationship, but others didn't want that for you for whatever reason, and it spoiled the entire relationship. It spoiled the potential of the relationship. This isn't how you make them feel. This was others, how others were making them feel about you. They listened to other people's encounters or experiences or lies about you, and they took those false words and they ran with them. And it just feels like you got pulled into something that you never started. I feel like this caught you off guard completely. Like, it's very difficult for you to accept or understand why this person feels the way that they do about you, because you feel, or no, I'm sorry, not you feel, but you know you didn't do anything to warrant their feelings and actions towards you. You know you were a good friend, or you are a good person, and that you don't start any drama or unnecessary bullshit. So it's very confusing to you as to why you are dealing with such a combative person, but it's not you. It's not even them, because like I said, there's real potential for you two to have been really good friends, but this person was weak-minded in a sense and allowed others to taint their perception of you. They allowed lies and stories and speculation to interfere. They didn't give you a chance in the beginning to get to know you, or if they did know you, then they didn't give you a chance to explain yourself when these sort of rumors and opinions started flooding in or feeding into them. They just decided out of nowhere, like, nope, you're not trustworthy, or nope, I'm not friends with you anymore, or yep, you're a terrible person. They just had this switch flip, almost because like I said, this person is running on survivor's mode, where they will instantly reject anything and anyone that seems risky. And like I said earlier, they see you as a high level risk factor because of what they heard or because of what they projected onto you. So whether this was something that they projected onto you from their own past experiences or from the people around them, this was something that got projected onto you. It's not you. It's not you. This is like others that got involved for sure. Yeah, let's just go ahead and check out this card here. This is going to be showing me how their negativity affects your life, okay? And we have here, wow, the 5 of Pentacles. Wow, I am so mad for you. Man, the way their negativity has affected you is it's left you feeling alone. It's left you feeling isolated, abandoned, thrown away, and discarded of, like you were nothing. I am so sorry. Oh my God, I don't know if you guys had a group of acquaintances or mutual friends. I'm just seeing a lot of hands and mouths and words involved, but you were never a part of any of those conversations. It's like they just all turned their back on you to leave you out in the cold alone with no one and nothing to figure it out on your own. This person that is operating on that survivor's mentality left you with the same feeling that they were terrified you were going to leave them with, but you were never planning or scheming to do anything. This person's own paranoia destroyed this relationship, or the potential of this relationship. The other possibility here too, and that's the crazy part. Let me just say this before I move on. The crazy part is, for this person that's running on that survivor's mentality, is you were that one person that they could have trusted. You were that one person, that one relationship that they could have trusted, that they didn't have to worry about, that was never going to betray them. And because of their own past experiences, because of their own paranoia, because of their own mental and emotional state, because of their own immaturities and insecurities, they allowed that to taint, poison, seep into you guys' relationship or the potential of that relationship. And you were the one person that they could have trusted. I feel like even these other people that got involved, these are people that this person definitely cannot trust, because if they could have trusted these people, then these people would have known you were actually a really good friend. You were actually a really good influence. You were actually very trustworthy and a good person for this person to have in their life. But they didn't see that because everybody was just running on their own stuff. Everybody was just running around blind. It's the blind leading the blind here. The other possibility here too, though, that I want to say is that this person, whoever this Nine of Cups is, they could have come into a person's life of someone that you knew and had a very close relationship with, but because this Nine of Cups individual just didn't like you for whatever reason, because they're operating on the survivor's mentality, they poisoned your friend's mind and turned them against you, or they pulled them away from you and just left you feeling so alone. I'm so sorry. I'm like fighting back tears for you because one, it's upsetting, but two, I just feel like everyone ganged up on you and decided to hurt you. And I hate seeing anyone getting ganged up on. That's just one thing that really gets to me, especially when you haven't done anything. And I'm so sorry, but let me just say, this is not someone that you need in your life. Whether you knew this person, were friends with this person, or family with this individual, I don't care who runs their mouth, who gets involved. Someone was not loyal to you and they betrayed you. And you are not crazy. Let me just say this too. You are not crazy. It is not your fault. You didn't do anything wrong. I feel like some of you that have picked pile 5 may wonder if you did something wrong, or if there was something wrong with you, because you see it as though, well, everyone left me, there must be something wrong with me. You're a logical person. You're just trying to understand what happened and why they did you like that. And my heart, I am hurting for you. I just want to give you the biggest hug and tell you, like, it's okay. It's okay, because one, you've been freed. You've been freed. This person was never in your corner and they never had your back. This was the universe's way of freeing you from this treatment, because you deserve so much better than they ever gave to you or are able to give to you. You were too good for them at this point in time in their life and in their journey. You're literally too good for them, and a part of them knew that. A part of them knows that, and they forced it away. They pushed it away. A part of them also knew that. A part of them also knew you are what I'm looking for, and that scared the hell out of them, because it's like, now it's time for me to put up or shut up. Now it's time for me to finally trust this person that's working on that survivor's mentality. They saw you, and a part of them recognized that even though they have trust issues, a part of them recognized that you were a good person. And that was their time. That was their moment, their opportunity to say, now I have to trust. But they're so scared of doing that because of their own past experiences. So they decided, I'm not going to trust. Instead, I'm going to push you away. Instead, I'm going to betray you before you do it to me, even though I know you're not going to do it to me. But I don't even want to take that chance. I don't even want to take the risk, because if I decide to trust you, then I'm giving myself to you. I'm giving my heart to you. I'm really going there with you, and I can't risk being hurt again. This person was so afraid from their own experiences, and they took that out on you. They put that same pain, that same fear onto you, and that same doubt onto you. And it's like this cycle, that starts because of people like that, where it's like people have gone through their own experiences where someone messed them up, right? Someone caused them to lose their trust in people and in the world. And so they develop this doubt with everything around them. And what they do is they run into someone who's very trustworthy, who's very empathetic, who has a big heart. And what they do is they take that and they turn that person. Hurt people, hurt other people. This person was hurting. So what they did is they decided, I'm gonna hurt. I don't know how else to deal with a person besides to hurt them. I'm sorry that you ran into that, because you did not deserve this at all. Let's go on ahead and check out you guys' oracle cards here to see what else it is that I'm seeing. The very first one that we have is paradox. Exactly. And the universe. Wow. I already got the meaning for this card just that quick. Wow. Unlimited possibilities, joy, emotional release, and movement into balance. Wow. So this is the first time I felt like every oracle card here is saying what I just touched on, where you've been released, you've been freed. Paradox means contradictory or contradiction. It means pot calling the kettle black. This card right here is literally calling this person or people hypocrites. This card is confirmation right here that it was never you. It was never your fault. You never did anything wrong. You just got the blame because they chose you as a target. The universe is saying, I did this. Spirit is saying, I freed you of this person, these people, because they never meant anything good for you. And Spirit itself got tired and angry of seeing them scheme and lie and be hypocrites. These hypocrites, they wanted to say that you were untrustworthy, or you were this and you were that, when the entire time it was them projecting onto you. It was never you. That's why you were having such a hard time understanding, because it was never you. It was them. You can't understand something that you are not. You know what I mean? So These 4 cards here is saying Spirit, the Most High, is saying I delivered you or released you from this situation so you can have joy and so you can meet others like you that are trustworthy, that know who they are, and that would never betray you or hurt you, because that's very important. This person here, this survivor's mentality person and the rest of these people involved, they don't really know themselves. They want to pass themselves off and say that they're a really good person and they're trustworthy and this is why they do this and this is why they do that. They're such hypocrites, and they have no clue that they are hypocrites. It's almost a little sad. It's like they have zero clue that they are horrible. Like they just don't see it. They can't see it. It's not something that they're completely disassociated from that part of them. Spirit wants to put others in your life that know who they are, that know that they're the type of person that would never betray you or hurt you. And that's what this unlimited possibilities card is talking about. It's saying that you can find people that will honor you and protect you and treat you the way that you treat others, like movement into balance. Emotional release. This was taking an emotional toll on you, but Spirit said no more. You couldn't understand this because this was the universe pulling the strings here and removing these beings from you because they were no good for you. This is beautiful. So don't be sad. Don't be angry. Don't be confused. This is a time to be happy, to celebrate this beautiful blessing. Be grateful for your freedom from these people. Be thankful for being a kind soul. Your joy is coming if it has not already. You are due joy. You are due justice for what has been done. And that will happen. Movement into balance. The universe, that is saying right there, paradox. They will get what it is that they have sown. You don't have to worry about that. This is your time to say thank you to the universe. Say thank you to Spirit. Say thank you to your angels, your guides, your ancestors. Say thank you so much for pulling me away from this person, this group of people. Yes, it was painful. It was a painful experience, but thank you. Thank you so much, because this person never was worthy of me. They tried to make me feel like I wasn't worthy of them. No, they weren't worthy of me. I wasn't the type of person that was ever going to do to them what they were so afraid of. But instead, they were the ones that did it to me. And it's not about you being better than them being better than you. It's not even about that. What it's about is being recognized for the type of person it is that you are. You are a completely different person from this person or these people right here. You just operate differently. You are a different person. You're not the type of person that's going to scheme, and because you're afraid of something, you're going to say, well, you know what? Let me do it to them because I don't want them to do it to me. You're not that type of person. You don't operate on that low of a level. And whoever this person is that's operating at this low level, they're going to keep pulling in more and more reasons to be afraid, more and more reasons to be anxious, more and more reasons to be betrayed, to betray others. This person is not going to stop until one day they get smacked upside the head so hard by the universe that they stop and realize, oh my God, it's me doing this. They may never realize that. That is not the type of person that you want in your life. Or you should not have to train people on how to treat you. You should not have to ask people to be good or kind to you or to be loyal to you. You don't have to beg people to do these things to you. This is exactly what the universe said about them. It said, nope, bye. You need to learn something else on your own over there. You need to get away from my person. This person is too good for you. This person is too good for you to be bringing your shit onto them and pulling them down. No. The universe was like, no. It looks like they're the ones that orchestrated this, but this was the universe. As you can see, look at this card right here. She's pulling the strings. You guys see that? In this universe card, there's a hand pulling the strings. That is literally what happened in your situation. The universe said, no, I'm cutting this off. This is not happening anymore. You're not going to keep betraying this person here. You're not going to keep doing this person dirty, talking about you. The universe was like, no, the universe came in to protect you. And that's beautiful. So really, really make sure that you are showing gratitude and you are saying thank you to the universe. Just say thank you and watch these friends, these beings, these people, whoever they are, whoever they were to you in your life, watch them get replaced. I don't like using the word replace, but for lack of a better word though, watch them get kind of replaced by people that are truly worthy of your trust and your love and your heart, because you have such a big heart, such a warm heart. The universe is orchestrating the right people to come into your life that will not do this to you, okay? So be thankful. Say thank you to your guides in the universe and your ancestors, your angels. Say thank you. Say, I love you for that. I love you for that. Yeah, it was a hard time or a difficult lesson. You might have been actually relieved after this happened. A part of you might have actually been a little relieved. But either way, you know, this is a relief. Either way, if you see it as a relief or not, this is a relief because you are away from this energy and nothing good can come to people that are just betraying people and hurting people because they're hurting themselves. It's not fair. We do not get permission from karma, from the universe, to hurt others just because we're hurting. The universe could care less about us hurting. That's not another person's fault. It's that person that inflicted the pain onto us. That's where the fault resides. But some people, they don't know how to not take it out on that person. All they know how to do is just take it out on everyone else. And it's extremely immature. It's extremely unevolved. And this is an unevolved individual. This is an immature person. This is all that I'm seeing for my pile fives. I pray that this reading brought you guys some love, support, clarity, and strength. I want to thank your guides, my guides, our higher self and spirit itself for delivering this beautiful message and for delivering you from this just not good situation. I'm gonna say thank you to them as well for bringing you out of that situation, because it's very beautiful. Hopefully you guys come back to visit me sometime soon, but until next time, you guys stay strong. Know that you are beautiful, know that you are amazing, know that you are lovable and you are loved, and I'll be back next time. All right, bye guys.